typhoon and earthquake disrupt Hualien rail services. Typhoon Kong-rey leaves over 250,000 without power in Taiwan. Andy Lau reschedules concert, fans face ticket dilemma. NATO confirms North Korean troops deployed in Russian war. Fireworks explosion at Indian temple. Former Philippine leader confirms existence of death squad. Spain's deadliest floods in decades. Dodgers win the World Series.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News this Friday, November 1st, and here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, Hualien's northern and eastern railway lines have been disrupted due to Typhoon Kong-rey and a 5.5 magnitude earthquake. Landslides affected the Hualien to Chongde section, with repairs expected by November 2nd. The Mugua River Bridge is also under inspection for potential structural damage. Rail shuttles are in place. As of October 31st, 4 p.m., Typhoon Kong-rey has caused power outages affecting 518,871 households nationwide, with 250,714 still awaiting restoration. Nearly 10,000 personnel and 5,000 vehicles have been deployed, but full repairs may only begin tomorrow morning. Andy Lau's concert, postponed due to Typhoon Kong-rey, will now be held tomorrow at noon, coinciding with Jay Chou's final ticket sale for his concert at Taipei Dome. Fans express frustration over potential conflicts with ticket purchases. And in global news, NATO confirmed on Monday that North Korean troops have been deployed to fight alongside their Russian counterparts in the Kursk region, the area within Russia where Ukraine has been waging an assault. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte said the deployment of North Korean troops represents 1. A significant escalation in the DPRK's ongoing involvement in Russia's illegal war, 2. Yet another breach of UN Security Council resolutions, and 3. A dangerous expansion of Russia's war.
North Korea has denied reports of its forces being active in Russia or Ukraine. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov has repeatedly dismissed concerns about growing bilateral ties. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova appeared to blame South Korea for the development, stating that Seoul should not have played along with the Kyiv regime. South Korea has provided direct humanitarian aid to Kyiv but not weapons. Earlier this month, Seoul said North Korean involvement in Ukraine represents a grave security threat, adding that it would respond by mobilizing all available means in cooperation with the international community. Both South Korea and Ukraine raised concerns about North Korean troops heading to Russia before the US and NATO confirmed their presence there.
Indian police detained 2 people on Tuesday after a temple fireworks show erupted into a ferocious explosion, leaving almost 100 people hospitalized, 8 of whom are in critical condition. Hundreds had gathered around the Hindu temple in Nireshwaram in the southern state of Kerala on Monday evening to watch the fireworks. The local police chief said around 154 people have been reported injured, with 97 admitted to the hospital. He added they set off firecrackers very close to where they had stored the rest, and sparks from the burst crackers reached the cache.
Local government officials stated that no permission had been granted for the fireworks show. The temple president and secretary have been taken into custody. Religious gatherings in India have a grim track record of deadly incidents caused by safety lapses and poor crowd management. In 2016, at least 112 people were killed after a massive explosion from a banned fireworks display at a temple marking the Hindu New Year. India is preparing for its major fireworks season, a traditional celebration for the Hindu festival of lights, Diwali. This spectacular and colorful festival honors the Hindu goddess Lakshmi and symbolizes the victory of light over darkness. The fireworks also release hazardous acrid smoke, prompting New Delhi to ban firecrackers in an effort to curb hazardous air pollution.
Former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte confirmed that a death squad existed under his watch to control crime when he was Davao City Mayor, but he gave conflicting accounts of its makeup. First saying it was run by police officers and then by gangsters. During his presidency, 2 men, including a former police officer, testified before the Senate that they were part of an alleged hit squad that they claimed killed at Duterte's behest. However, legislators at the time found no proof, and Duterte's aides dismissed the claims as fabrication.
Appearing on Monday before a Senate inquiry into his anti-drug campaign, Duterte named commanders of the death squad, including former police chief turned Senator Ronaldo de la Rosa, who attended the hearing. Duterte stated, "That is the job of the police," and admitted to senators that thousands of criminals had died when he was Davao mayor. He said he had never ordered the death squad to kill defenseless suspects, but instructed the group to encourage criminals to fight back, and when they fought back, kill them so my problems in the city will be solved. Human rights groups documented about 1,400 suspicious killings in Davao during Duterte's 22-year mayoral tenure, and critics say his presidential war on drugs showed similar patterns.
Spain is experiencing its worst flooding disaster in decades, with at least 95 people dead and dozens more missing after massive rains hit the eastern province of Valencia and surrounding areas. Torrential rain on Tuesday triggered flash floods that swept away bridges and buildings, forcing people to climb onto roofs or cling to trees to survive. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has declared 3 days of national mourning as the extreme conditions continue, hindering some rescue efforts. The death toll is feared to rise as there are many missing people.
The flooding death toll is Spain's highest since 1973, when an estimated 150 people died in the nation's worst ever floods in the southeast. In a national address on Wednesday, Sanchez urged citizens to remain vigilant and pledged a full recovery. In Chiva, one of the first towns affected near Valencia, a year's worth of rainfall was recorded in just 8 hours on Tuesday. As Spanish Army and emergency crews rushed to carry out rescues, winching people to safety from balconies and car rooftops, survivors in Valencia recounted the terror of the floods that night. Sudden surges turned streets and roads into rivers, catching many motorists off guard.
The Los Angeles Dodgers clinched their 8th Major League Baseball World Series title on Wednesday, defeating the New York Yankees 7-6 on the road and winning the series with a 4-1 advantage. In an intense showdown at Yankee Stadium, the Dodgers initially trailed 0-5 but staged an electrifying comeback with a 5-run rally in the 5th inning, followed by 2 more runs in the 8th to claim the pinnacle of American baseball. Led by Japanese star Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman, the Dodgers added the win to their historic list of titles, the last being in 2020.
Die-hard baseball fans flocked to a Los Angeles neighborhood ahead of the Dodgers' triumph over the New York Yankees in the 2024 World Series, many traveling from across the globe because of one player. In Little Tokyo, a historic downtown LA neighborhood, people call it the Ohtani effect. Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers' star player, looms large over the area, personified in a 150-foot, 45-meter mural, with his name emblazoned across jerseys worn by fans. This season, Ohtani signed a record-breaking contract, a whopping $700 million over 10 years, and the excitement surrounding him has only grown, drawing in new fans and fostering new traditions in multicultural Los Angeles.
The answer for October 30th was D, incurable. The doctors told her that her illness was incurable, so she focused on managing the systems. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of Dodgers win the World Series. Number 1, showdown. 决战. The showdown between the 2 rival teams was thrilling and full of suspense. Number 2, electrifying. 令人激动的. The concert was electrifying, leaving the audience on their feet cheering. Number 3, comeback. 东山再起. After a tough season, the athlete made a remarkable comeback in the final game. Next, we have a multiple-choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced next week. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.